Hey everyone, welcome back to Live Talk. It has been a long time since our last interview, but today I'm very excited because I'm going to introduce you to a very special uh, friend and collaborator. I think you are going to love her. Get your coffee, get your tea, or hot cocoa, whatever you want, and get ready for this interesting talk with my good friend, Aneta Hudson. Aneta, welcome to Live Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Well, for everyone, I'm going to include all of your contact information in the description box. But for those who do not know you, please tell us about you. I mean, who is Aneta Hudson?
Oh, well, to cut the long story short, and there's lots to say, I'd say, look, I've with 17 plus years experience in the corporate world. I've seen so many managers coming and going, and thought we could actually do something, create the platform to help them and spark a little bit of an interest, so they would want to develop themselves as well. But I provide them with the ready quick, snappy solutions because I believe everybody should understand a little bit of the structural optimization. It does help. Believe me, I saw it all. So this is how the idea of the KPI management group started. And we currently have about 17 different people all over the world coming in and being ready to help out at any given time. Collaborating with people like yourself. That's the entrepreneurial part of it, I would say.
Okay.
Part of it, I'm a mother, sport enthusiast, fashion enthusiast, and everything else in between.
I know. We've been talking off camera, and you're a box full of surprises. But you're the founder of KPI. You said, right? Management Group, and of course, we want to get to know more about that and what you do. I know you were recently in the States doing some consulting work, I believe. Will be interesting to hear more about that. But before that, we have a tradition in this show, and that is our happy mug tradition. And I believe you have one right there with you, right?
I
Please
do.
show the world what is your happy mug, your favorite mug.
Introducing my happy mug is my pretty color pink mug, and it's very important for me, very sentimental value because my daughter bought it for me, so it's
Oh,
traveled with me everywhere.
well, this is my happy mug. I mean, the people already know I just love the happy face, the sticking the tongue. So cheers, Aneta, and cheers to everyone that
Absolutely.
is watching you. I believe you're drinking green tea right now
Right.
because you are.
In Melbourne, Australia, and it's 7 p.m. So yeah, coffee was not an option.
Coffee was done, yeah. It's 11 o'clock. Well, not 11 o'clock anymore. It's about 10, 15, quarter past 11 here in Germany. So I'm enjoying my second cup of coffee today, and I love it. Just as you have a little accent there. What kind of accent is that?
Eastern Europe, it's Poland. Yeah, I left Poland when I was 23, moved to England, work a little bit with Irish people as well in there, and then moved to Australia. So the accent is a little bit of everything. Oh, in between, I was working with Canadians as well. So I would say everything. I would say the Globetrotters accent.
A very international accent, right?
That's right.
French?
No, I wish. Just imagine speaking French and being able to talk fashion with people.
Oh my
Fantastic.
goodness. I'm gonna be in Paris next month. I told you that, right?
Oh, super Jen.
I know. I know. At the end of the month, for the International John Maxwell Conference. So I'll be
Yeah,
there.
I'm waiting for that. That's
Ah,
super
it's gonna
exciting.
be good. It's gonna be good. So and you're a fashionist. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, people want to know what do you mean fashionist, Aneta? Tell us a bit. You love shoes. I know that.
Yeah, look, fashion was always a big part of my life since I was a kid. I was like
Mm-hmm.
to play fashion and make a little bit of my own designs. Um,
So not
yeah,
only you not only love fashion, but you're a designer. I didn't know that.
every time when I speak to you, it's like a jack in a box, coming.
Oh my goodness.
It's a big part of my life, and I must say I'm a self-confessed shoeholic.
Okay.
I've got about 200 pairs of heels, and I absolutely love it.
I'm curious, really. You probably have just one room for your shoes, so that would be interesting to
I've got
know.
a wall,
Have a
sure.
whole wall
Well,
for every
you do
season of
the
the
four.
year.
That's right. You've got the 4 seasons, so in my defense, you need different. It's only 50 per season, so if you're thinking about it, so it's
Mhm.
not that.
Okay. Actually, it's not that much. Okay. If you say so. Well, any plans to acquire new shoes in the near future?
Always, always.
Always. Always on the look. Okay. Well, there we go. You mentioned sports. I mean, you're a sports enthusiast.
Yeah, look, I used to play handball. It was definitely a childhood sport, but
Mhm.
and went into my teens.
Mhm.
It's been a big love of mine. But
Mhm.
since then, because I'm so into experiences in life, I wanted
Mhm.
to experience everything and see what I'm good at naturally
Mhm.
and what I would want to continue with. So,
Mhm.
stuff like boxing, stuff like volleyball,
Mhm.
especially the beach part, um, basketball, dancing
Mhm.
salsa, running,
Mhm.
swimming, anything you can throw
Well, you
at me.
swim. You mentioned before you swim. You're a swimmer and ice
That's
skater
right.
as well, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
And
need to try.
yes,
Yeah,
tennis is. I love tennis. I mean, it's just
yeah.
like it's
That's
a
one thing on agenda.
yeah. So a lot of people they love playing golf. I
Mm.
play a little bit, but I don't. The driving range is I enjoy the driving range, but playing golf itself is not my thing. But what I believe that what a lot of people feel playing golf, that's what I feel playing tennis. I just enjoy getting on the court and hitting that ball and
Yeah, it's amazing.
relaxing and yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what is KPI management group.
It's a platform to help people to understand their position a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've been in a corporate, various different services for
Mm-hmm.
the over 17, almost 18 years now. When I was thinking about this interview, it's almost 18
Wow,
years.
18 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So you had the
Um,
experience.
yeah, it's a big baby. But no, look, throughout all of the years and all of the positions and all of the continent I've been working on, I must say, it's the same things going over and over that I've seen with the middle management side that coming and going.
Mhm,
And they usually come with the mindset of the worker. The
mhm,
most of the middle managements are promoted because of they are fantastic workers in their positions. But there's a huge shift in mindset that needs to happen. And let's be honest, execs don't have time to
mhm,
coach and put so much effort into that position either. But the expectation is there,
mhm,
and because the expectation is there, and there are numerous platforms out there when you can go out and search for different things,
mhm,
but they're all specializing in certain parts of the management, middle
mhm,
management.
mhm,
Whereas what I want to do is to bite-sized solutions to give to people in one platform, in one training session,
mhm,
and structure optimization and was one of the things what I think is massively understood and undersold
mhm,
in that middle management range. So that's what I want to bring to forefront as well. If you fully understand your position in a operational big giant, then you will be able to make some move to make sure that your team is
mhm.
properly functioning.
So if you could summarize in 3 words, I mean, 3 different solutions that you offer your clients, what would those be?
structure optimization, HR solutions, and mid-management training.
Middle management training. Very good. I visited your page, and I repeat for all of those watching us and listening to us, all of Aneta's contact information, Instagram, LinkedIn, website, and so on. They are included in the description box. So please take a look at it and get in touch with Aneta. She is very receptive, and she answers all of the messages. Well, at least the ones that I've sent her. But I'm sure that you are very quick to respond. So if you're interested in her services. So I read in your website that you offer also some leadership training as well, right?
That's correct. And I'm really honing in that middle management group because it's so under-resourced, I would say. And then there are so many different advices I'm giving to them, but in a very specialized form, in a one side. So I want to be able to cover and give them every part of every solution that they potentially would need to be able to do their job better. When you're thinking of the middle management, by the time they figure it out, what they're supposed to do it and how they're supposed to do in that position, they move on. Yeah. And the new person comes along and have exactly the same trouble. So being able to provide to the company something, solutions, and they will be able to work on the succession earlier in a piece, they will be able to fix all of that problem ahead of time.
Right. So turnover is a huge problem. I mean, retaining talented workers and leaders. Well, I don't know if a problem, but a challenge, right? To find, first of all, quality people for key positions, but then to retain them. In your experience, I mean, is there any other major challenge for corporations, for companies?
Yeah, I think that turnover is definitely a huge issue, but it's misunderstood issue. And I think partially is because of the misunderstanding of the structure of the company and how things should flow. But I would say one of the biggest challenges would be not understanding who you're employing at any given time for any given position, and the fact that the positions are rapidly changing with the current times and development of AI and technologies as well. So when you feel, thinking in previous years in the 80s when you've got the one worker for 20 years, that is no longer how we work, and people want to have a flexibility as well, but we need to be able to give the flexibility as well as be able to expect that, so it's a bring new wave of workers, and the manager needs to really fully understand that.
Well, let me dive in more into that. I mean, and you mentioned also before, that sometimes the leaders, the corporate, they don't have the time to train their own people. So turnover is mostly because of, what is the reason?
Look, I definitely, from my experience, and I can only talk about what I noticed myself and the colleagues that I'm working with. They definitely, there are many organizations, and research says actually 50% of organizations have misaligned positions, and especially in manager to direct report position. And they don't really even know that they have an issue with it. So this is where education comes in, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, to provide that spark of interest to people so they can actually start doing those little problem solving within their own companies. It's not about coming in and depending them on myself. It's about giving them something so they can find their own solutions and in the future, and empower them to do it in the future for themselves. So when you're thinking about the turnover in itself, I would say number one is the misaligning of the position and an ineffective system that causes micromanagement and that causes bad leadership because it's almost allows it because of misalignment and a misunderstanding of the tasks and what we're actually measuring within our key performance measurements is the wrong thing.
Or doing a job that is not according to their gifts and then talents.
It could be partially that, but it could be that the tasks and what we're asking. I'm not sure how much you know of the Jack Strata composition in leadership. It's a fascinating stuff when you actually have the time to get into it, and explains really well of how the misalignment happens and what you can do about it pretty quickly for that to be solved. And it's usually because there is either too much of a difference between the person in a higher position and the person at the lower position, creating a gap. And the person at the higher position will think, oh, they have no initiative, and their direct reports think, oh, you know what, I've got no support, and then the misalignment happens.
Yes.
And they both losing with each other, I would say. It causes massive drama. And then if you've got the alignment too close, they almost on top of each other doing similar tasks. And because of that, you know, there's micromanagement that is caused by that in itself. So that compression. So
yeah.
I would encourage anyone to go out and read that up. I can send you the link to it. It is for free. It's all over the internet.
Okay.
But those little pairs of wisdom, and something that I noticed within 17 years of working with various different corporates, it's not to say that people just simply don't have a time. You know,
Right.
it's not that they don't want to. So having something in a one platform when you can go and start researching certain things, and it's like a domino effect. You're going into a rabbit hole of certain information, but it's presented to you in a way that you can put that in practice, because there's no point for me to give people copious amount of knowledge, because I could do that, but I want to give them something that they can implement in their company today.
Right. It's not just about information, you know, it's about how to implement it, how to use it in a wisely form, right?
Yeah.
Just saying that, I mean, that's like one major challenge for corporations, for you know, to be able to close that gap in a healthy and effective manner, you know, in order to retain, first of all, quality and key personnel, but at the same time to keep moving forward, because the bottom line, you know, that's what counts in a company, right? But the most important asset is their own employees, right?
And you know what? One of the misunderstanding concepts as well with the bottom line itself is the people measuring, instead of measuring the value, they trying to drive the cost down from the budget side of it, from a different angle. And usually when you do that, the cost actually goes up. When you start looking at the measurements from the customer point of view and customer value of what the company giving to the customer, and how follow the process through with the, I'm not sure if you heard about the Vanguard method from UK. They explain it beautifully. It's something that any company can start doing themselves and diagnosing where are the blockages and are we actually measuring the right things? Well, at the end of the day, we want to give the customers the best experience, so they will come back.
Right.
But you know, especially with the services, are we actually doing it? Throwing yet another team at the problem usually doesn't solve the problem; it creates more problems.
Right.
You know, so let's fix it at the start.
Right. That's very interesting. A lot of, I mean, I guess it depends from the company, their budget, and similar things. But have you experienced kind of resistance, or how much are companies investing in developing their own leadership, their own workers?
Look, I must say it's starting going into that direction of the understanding, and that comes with that flexibility. And I must say, COVID definitely was very helpful in that development.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely changing in itself, and the bigger awareness in the mental health space as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I must say, all of that coming together, I see over the years huge shift in how people and wanting to educate themselves in that development and then doing something maybe a little bit differently.
Right.
Yeah, so exciting times.
I think so. I mean, I think it's very valuable because it's one thing to run the company, right, and to take care of all of the different aspects of producing something and administrating different aspects of the company. But as I said before, I mean, if I believe very strongly that if you take care of your workers, of your in every level, at the end, you are going to be more profitable, right? So you're going to be more successful in everything you do. I believe if people feel valued, uh, you know. Uh, Loyalty and quality is a natural result. If you feel taken care of, by your company.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that satisfaction from work. I don't
Mm,
believe people ever would want to go somewhere and
mm,
just black their day. The
mm,
people do that and presentism happening
mm,
because there is a systemic issue in the company in itself. So I think, when people are aligned, they're doing the right thing and they know what they're doing, what they are responsible for, and they've got authority to make decisions at their
mm,
level.
mm-hmm.
Job satisfaction skyrockets overall. And
Right.
and on top of it, customer have the best experience that they could potentially have with the company, and
Mm-hmm.
they usually come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so. Job security is one thing, but satisfaction, that satisfaction is like a perfect combination, right? You just came back from the States. How long were you there? You were gone for 10 days, a week,
So,
or more?
yeah, 2 weeks overall
Two
was
weeks.
just.
Okay. You want to tell us more about that? What were you doing?
Yes, we went to 5 different cities.
Okay.
Spoke with few different companies, with few different people,
Mm-hmm.
and managed to help few. Have some interesting chats with the others, some challenging chats with challenging views, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And all of this in a really good spirit of giving people what they really need right now in this current time, especially with the Gen Z generation coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, the vast majority of the companies are absolutely open to extra education, to having some type of solution and seeing what can be done.
Mm-hmm.
And there's huge interest out there. So definitely, I enjoyed every bit of it. We went
Mm-hmm.
to San Diego, LA, Chicago, New York, and yeah, having fabulous time.
And your favorite city was?
Chicago for sure.
Chicago. You love Chicago. Yeah, I love
Is the
Chicago.
lake, is the Michigan Lake. I don't know what it is about that place. I was sitting there and there was a jazz festival in the same time, sitting there playing music and looking at the lake. It was just such a blissful, beautiful
Uh,
moment.
can imagine. I visited several times. Love Chicago as well. Very nice. Well, for those watching right now, what would be the best course of action? I mean, if they want to get in touch with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's either go on the website, have a look of what we offering. DM me directly on LinkedIn or through Instagram. The KPI management group said I'm very responsive. I've got a team of people and that working with me as well. So we're definitely going to be in touch and see what we can do, and let's start having conversation. Right. Even if that won't lead to having a business, at least we can provide some of the guidance within that initial chat.
So, and you offer your consulting, coaching online and present, right? Do you prefer one or the other?
Look, it's always nice to meet with people in person, but I know that's not always possible. And I must say, hybrid working is definitely preferable for most companies, especially at those initial stages. When it depends on the service that is needed. Because if we're doing structure optimization, somebody needs to be there in person.
Right.
And this is the beauty when we've got the network of 17 people across the world, so we can get to those companies pretty quickly. Okay. As well, they have to wait for me to travel across the world either.
Very, very good. What are your, before, we're coming to the end of our chat today, hopefully we can repeat it and touch in other topics that I'm thinking about right now. What are your next projects? I mean, what is on your plate for the rest of this year? Anything you want or not top secret that you want to share with us?
Yeah, look, it's when it comes to the structure optimization, it's my absolute baby, and something that I absolutely love doing. And because there are so many misinformed messages out there, I thought I would start having more of a YouTube channel version of and having some chats with the execs, with people at the different positions, so we can have those conversations. We can have it out there. Those may be conversations that you wouldn't normally be able to have with your supervisor, and from all the different angles. So have that a little bit 360 as well, and see. People usually learn when they see other people providing their views and their experiences and how they are in the moment, and seeing that development throughout the years as well. So I'm thinking about doing that for starting creating the platform on YouTube as well. So it's something to look forward to in next couple of months, and then definitely you're going to be a guest.
Oh, my goodness. Very nice. Thank you. We'd be happy to. Yes, I mean, so YouTube channel on the works. Very nice. Keep us up to date so we can, promote that. And I mean, I know that you start doing some video reels in LinkedIn, or also on Instagram, or just LinkedIn?
Yeah, so both of them are put in Instagram in a shorter form, but both of them are on right now. Is the first effort in video editing.
Okay, so you're taking your first steps into that type of content. All right. And have you seen a good response? I'm sure.
Yes, I had it was incredible. Actually, it's a couple of hours since that was out, I had a lot of people DMing me, looking for something more and giving me different ideas as well of what they would want, and that content to look like in the future. So yeah, definitely something that I'm going to go into.
Beautiful. So you already have a list of ideas and yeah, that you are going to explore.
I think I've got enough content for the next 15 years, to be honest.
Really? Oh my goodness. Well, looking forward to that. I mean, are you going to have the time traveling the world, doing seminars and coaching people and recording content?
We can definitely make things happen. I'm always I'm the type of person who's doing 3, 4, 5 things at once, and making sure that when I do each of them, when I'm in it, I'm in a state of flow. I'm giving it undivided attention.
Right.
So that's my aim. But I like to keep things moving, and I keep myself interested and occupied and learning all the time.
Nice, very nice. Well, looking forward to your YouTube channel. I've seen, I've seen one of your reels in LinkedIn. Very nice, very well done. So looking forward to watching more of your content. I know you have been. I mean, you've been growing exponentially. So I'm very happy for you, and exciting to see and to experience from my side of the fence how other people do things and hearing their success stories. So I'm happy, very happy for you, Aneta.
Thank you. It's always been a pleasure to have you and your support, and being able to bounce the idea. So I'm really grateful.
No. Before we leave, I mean, we have another tradition in this show, and I'm going to open the floor again for you to give us an inspirational message, an encouraging message, whatever you want. I mean, if you can say a few words for our audience, regarding obstacles, challenges, mindset, what will that be, Aneta? How can you encourage
now
us
I wish
today?
you gave me some questions before so I could prepare. But I must say, stay hungry, never be satisfied, because there are so many experience out there in the world to have. You know what? It's that type of inner hunger will keep you motivated to do more, to learn more, to be there out there a little bit more. So I would say stay hungry all the time.
Very nice. Lovely. Lovely and great advice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, as I said before, Aneta's contact information is in the description box. Get in touch with her, ask questions. She will get back to you. And I hope everything is going. You will be able to find a good connection and solutions through everything she does. Aneta, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and also your advice, and again, exciting to see what you're doing and in this world. So thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. And like I said, I'm grateful for support. And cheers.
Cheers, and as always, until next time, we wish you a successful and blessed day.